Sserafim Yunjin speaks out against haters. But is Blackpink's Jennie really having a comeback? NewJeans speech backlash. But why are people coming after Hyein's performance? All that today and more on this episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. You can follow me on my second channel and my bonus channel, which, by the way, my video about Gehlee is actually getting so many views, but more on that later. Because I think we actually might be besties. So if you're interested, please, did I already say that? Anyways, let's get into today's news. Just you and I together. Let's go. Ever since Blackpink's Jennie left YG Entertainment for her solo activities, Blackpink is still very much a thing, even though it seems like a distant memory. It seems like an urban legend. It's never give up hope. Okay, even if it takes 5 years. But I digress. I mean, Gehlee started her own company called Odd Atelier, and fans have been waiting patiently. I mean, we saw a snippet of a song for her Beats ad, and you know, she has been teasing a solo album for so long. But where is it? Well, I think we don't have to wait much longer because it has officially been announced that she signed not only with Columbia Records, but that she is going to have a single in October. That's next month. Yes. So here we see her company posting Jennie XOA, ex Columbia Records, We Are Family. And they even posted a fun little website here. Let's check it out. It's gen.me. Cookie settings. Not interested right now. But basically they're saying connect to be the first to receive updates. You can connect on Apple Music and Spotify. With Columbia Records also posting the exact same thing with the exact same pictures. But just for funsies, let's see who else is signed to Columbia Records. Obviously this is such fun and exciting news. You know, I don't know if anyone can like relate to this, but I always thought like opening their own companies would be to release their own music. But then we see Lisa signed with RCA, and then we see Jennie signing with Columbia. And I also see, and I guess it's too complicated. It's too complicated because then you see idols under specific companies also signing with like multiple other labels, and I don't get it, but it's fine. Some things you don't need to understand. I thought that was Harry Styles. Anyways, AC/DC, Adele, Barbra Streisand, Beyonce, Blink-182, Bob Dylan, Celine Dion. Let's see if we can find Jennie. Ive, Jojo Siwa. I thought that was Billie Eilish. I thought that was Gordon Ramsay. Oh good lord. Okay, where's our Jennie? Okay, well, anyways, it's been confirmed that she signed with Columbia Records. That's all we need to know. So again, naturally, this is quite exciting, right, people? I mean, when it comes to Blackpink, it always feels like a waiting game. And then when they all left YG Entertainment as solo artists, everyone was kind of like, oh my God, we're going to get so much content. And for Lisa, that's been true. But anyways, I came across this tweet. It says, for non-K-pop stans, this is like Rihanna finally coming back to music. I also came across this other tweet. It said 9 years ago today, Shutdown was finally released. And I thought that was so funny. But let's see what some K-netizens think about this. Oh, her page exploded. Our systems are experiencing extremely high traffic. You are now online and will be redirected to the site as soon as possible. Thank you for your patience. That's funny since like the site is kind of nothing. Like, it's just 2 links. You're telling me that Kim Jennie's October comeback was real? She will release a pre-release single in October and will probably drop an album in November or December. Singer Jennie is making a solo comeback we already read that. So the October comeback is confirmed. I'm effing excited. I'm so looking forward to it. Come faster. So with all that said, let me know your thoughts. If you have any predictions, like sound-wise, music video-wise, direction-wise, what are your predictions? What are you expecting out of this? I'd love to know all of your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about Sserafim Yunjin, because I've been seeing a specific clip going around where she's seemingly addressing the haters. And I say seemingly because, of course, it is K-pop. It's very rare that you're going to see an idol directly addressing hate. And if they do, no, even if they don't, I mean, it's really complicated, right? Because Sakura addressed their Coachella performance. It received so much backlash. So it's like, if you directly address the hate, that's one thing. If you like indirectly address the hate, that's a completely other thing. Because Taewon also like posted a Doja Cat video. People thought that was her indirectly addressing addressing the hate, and that also got backlash. But to be fair, I think during that time they could have said and done anything. No matter what they would have done, it would have received hate. Do you know what I mean? So seemingly addressing the hate because she's not exactly, you know, sitting there saying, you know, some of you are annoying and have no lives. But people kind of can read between the lines, right? So here's exactly what she said. It gets so easy to be all cynical, like snarky and sly, because that's what gets you the most engagements. But there's a law, a principle in the universe, and what's true, just, and right will always get the last laugh in the end. So we'll take a look at the snippet. I just wanted to read it out, and you know, in case, I don't know, Weverse's laws, the laws of the Weverse universe, but oh my god, how long has that been there? And you guys didn't have the audacity to tell me. So here it is.
Because that's what gets you the most, you know, engagement.
I love the I love that little like emphasis on that.
And what is true and what is just and what is right will always get the last laugh.
She also kind of touches on how the members deal with this type of stuff.
Okay. So
okay.
Don't worry. We are strong-minded, strong-willed people. You know?
So don't worry, we are strong-minded, strong-willed people. So some of the responses to this are kind of like, yes, go Yunjin, you tell them. And, you know, there are some people disagreeing with the, you know, the principle that she's talking about. What is just in the end will always get the last laugh. I mean, let's read some comments. I don't know, this seems like just a world fallacy, but sometimes the righteous never gets the last laugh, and the wicked sometimes do get away with being nasty and snarky. Either way, I hope she and the rest of her group members find peace. Oh, this queen. Emojis. This to address the negative online discourse in general. The principle applies to everyone. Clock it, Jen. This is representing everyone who gets bullied, period. She knows it, and the Seraphim situation has proven that the universal law has worked for them in the end many times before. This is how you change the idol industry, by the way. The smirk when she said engagement, I pointed that out too. She's absolutely wrong about the last part. Bad people win all the time, but I love the heart of the matter. I'm glad she chooses to rise above it and doesn't let the BS bitter her life. Rooting for her and the rest of the girls, they're doing amazing. She's not only very aware of the hate train, but also well equipped to handle adversity. All I heard was, while you're being a miserable loser dying for some extra likes, we're about to perform a VMAs and get her checks. Okay, queen. However, I do think there's a little bit more context to this, because if we remember at the beginning of the clip, it kind of cuts her off as she's saying Weverse post. At least that's what I think she's saying. And I remember she wrote a very lengthy post basically where she starts off by saying, I think we left something important behind in our childhood. And I remember reading it briefly and reading the word cynical and reading some similar wordings. So I have a feeling she's referencing that. Either way, it's still addressing something, right? It still means something. So let's actually take a minute to read it. But, you know, on that note of like what is right and what is just will get the last laugh in the end. I mean, I love the idea of that. I think that's really wise words to kind of keep you going. But I too relate to like the whole, you know, sometimes the bad people win. A lot of times bad people win, and it's really unfortunate. But then you can get like all philosophical and like all deep in that, like, you know, this isn't the end right now. So like, how would you know that they get the last laugh? Oh my God. Anyway. Here's the post titled, The Seraphim's Yunjin's Weverse Post. So we're going to take a minute to read it. Again, like I said, it starts off by saying, I feel like we have left behind something important in our childhood. I hope you feel the same. I hope that this message finds you well. In a time when our reality and digital reality can no longer be mutually exclusive, it's near impossible to live a day without the internet's interference. To keep up offline, we must keep up online. To stay in the loop, we stay on the algorithm. Granted, the internet is a great place to make connections and learn about the world, but it also perpetuates the anxiety of living real life like your timeline. So she goes on to talk about feeling the pressures of a standard getting stronger upon our generation, especially young girls. A certain body type, a certain look, a certain attitude, a certain vibe, anything other becomes the other. People are so quick to ostracize, calling people cringe or weird for simply looking and liking what they do, and it is often done in a passive air of cynical humor. The cruelest way, because like classic microaggression, if you get hurt, you become the uncool one who just doesn't know how to take a joke. It's almost like we are conditioned into it. When receiving love and attention, being yourself is a risk, a liability, reliability, when in actuality, your uniqueness is what sets you apart. Your multi-dimensionality cannot fit into 1080 x 1080 square. But we get so busy comparing ourselves to others, inflating our egos like balloons to fill a void and feel important, that we forget the most fundamental thing. We are not only born with a desire to receive love, but to also love. If you think about it, we all had something that made our hearts race when we were younger. As a kid, I loved to create. I drew every day without the pressure to become an artist. I wrote poetry without a single recitation. I would chase butterflies that I knew I could never catch in the first place, simply because it made me happy. I'm sure that resonates with so many people, that if you enjoy something, if you're good at something, it needs to become a career. You need to find a way to make money off of it, because, money makes the world go round. You cannot live without money. Nothing can just be for fun, because it just doesn't work that way anymore. Please don't lose that spark to pixels on a screen. The light may dim by circumstance, but please do not let it go out. Having something you want to do is such a beautiful, powerful thing. It's not too late. Whether it's a new beginning or rekindling an old passion, feel the liberation of doing what you love. Feel the pain of doing what you love. Share your art. Tell your story. That childlike joy exists for a reason. In this fast, stimulating, hectic, contradictory, and so painful world, it can ground you and remind you who your most authentic self is. All you need to do is listen for that child's voice through all the white noise. People will always pick you apart for your shortcomings and outcast you for all your differences, but among those watching, someone is waiting for something to show them it's okay to be themselves. There's always somebody waiting. I was that somebody. So believe me when I say that your voice matters, you make a difference. We are all important beings with the power to gift each other strength and hope, something no pixelated number can measure. Ending off with these two paragraphs. It's a crazy world, but to me, to feel more and to love more, to choose to keep your eyes open and see yourself for who you are in a world where everyone tells you to keep them shut, that to me is what is even crazier. Ironically, I suppose choosing crazy is the most sane thing we can do. Sometimes it may not feel like it, but I promise you, you are not alone. You are never alone. I will be fighting alongside you to choose love over likes. So let us choose to be crazy for a truer self, for a truer love. I've definitely seen a lot of people praising it online. And K-netizens as well. Is it because she reads a lot of books? She wrote this so well. She has a lot of deep thoughts. She also learned Korean so late, but she's able to write at that level. She should become a writer. She writes so well. I love you, Yunjin. But before we end off this Yunjin segment, I did want to point out another thing that she said in the live stream, which I think really ties into what she was writing in her post. I'm trying to quote it, but I can't remember word for word, obviously, but just trying to fit a certain standard, especially for young girls. She's basically responding to someone who's asking for diet tips, and she says, "I'm not the person to ask because I'm not a fan of diet culture." She talks about being pressured to attain a certain look, a certain body type, when that is not realistic. And she talks about if you have a good soul, that's really all that matters.
Any diet tips? I am not.
That look.
It's just not realistic.
She then goes to talk about the important thing.
Real beauty comes from within. I think if your soul is beautiful, that's all you really need.
So with that, of course, I'd love to know what you think of her Weverse post, of these clips from her Weverse lives, because I know sometimes we can look up to people who seem absolutely perfect, right? And then when they say no, being perfect isn't everything, it feels sometimes like there's kind of this disconnect. But then if someone who has seemingly what we think has attained a certain level of perfection is telling you it's not everything, is it really not everything? Or is it just I think it's such a complicated subject with a lot of nuance, and I would love to know your thoughts about it. So let me know in the comments. NewJeans recently won 4 awards at the Fact Music Awards, but it seems that netizens are more so conflicted about the speeches that they gave. As they mentioned, Adore's former CEO, Min Hee-jin. So for the popularity award speech, basically Danielle said, "And lastly, to the one who always treasures and protects us, Min Hee-jin CEO, we really love you and thank you."
저희 민희진 대표님 정말 사랑하고 감사합니다.
And then when they won Worldwide Icon, Hyein's speech particularly worried fans because she basically said, because it may be the last time, but our CEO, we really love you, thank you, we really love you.
저희 대표님 정말 감사드립니다. 너무 사랑해요, 대표님.
Of course, there are still a lot of people supporting them, understanding that They must be really close to her. This must be such a tumultuous time to have her being removed as Adore's CEO. Jeans, congrats on the 4 crowns. NewJeans and Bunnies fighting. Everything will be alright when time passes. Please don't feel down. Phew, even their voices are pretty. Everyone in NewJeans are so pretty. NewJeans stay strong. NewJeans fighting. I hope that Hyein won't be triggered by NewJeans because of this. Because she's been good to NewJeans. Because of all of Hybe's dirty tricks, I left the fandom of the boy group I was standing. NewJeans fighting. I'll always support NewJeans. Congrats, let's only walk on the flower path from now on fighting. However, on the other hand, there's a lot of fans who also think it's quite weird. Like, she's not the CEO anymore. Why are you continuously mentioning her? Like, more so backlash for the speech rather than support for it. LOL, she ain't the CEO anymore. Why are they calling her that? This is getting so boring. A group should be more than their CEO and creative director. Regardless of the whole Hybe versus Minhyejin thing, what I don't get is Minhyejin talked so much nasty stuff about the girls in those leaked texts. Do they really not hold any ill feelings about that? I love y'all, but for the love of God, what is it about her that they have to mention her 24/7? Y'all are so much more than that woman, and I wish they would realize it. There are some people also saying that in saying, you know, thank you to CEO Min Hee-jin, they're basically, you know, rejecting Adore's current CEO. There's a lot of discussions being had about this, but I'd love to know your thoughts. But on that note of NewJeans, it seems Hyein is going viral right now because of her live vocals at the Fact Music Awards. So let's take a look at this clip. So this is somehow turned into a Sserafim versus NewJeans fan war. People either saying really horrendous things about it or defending her by posting other clips where she's singing live and being like, look, you know, she can sing live. What are you on about? Oh shit, that's Inkigayo. We're gonna get sued. I wanted to talk about this because I'm gonna be honest. I would 1000. I say this all the time, and I get backlash for saying this. I would 1000% rather hear someone's voice wavering because they're moving and singing at the same time than a lip sync stage. Any day of the week, ask me this. I will tell you the same thing. I'd rather hear somebody's voice moving than not at all. I would rather that, honestly. And for these award shows, I swear to God, for a lot of like the cover stages, a lot of them, not all of them, because Kiss of Life, can we all agree? We're going to talk about them literally in a minute, but a lot of the cover stages are like entirely pre-recorded, and it's so uninspiring to me personally. That's my personal opinion. You could literally say anything in the comments. It's not going to change how I feel. I'm a sucker for a live performance. It doesn't even have to be good. I'm a sucker for a live performance, point blank. That's it. That's it. Because if you're lip syncing, it's uninspiring immediately. Immediately uninspiring. I can't say that you're trying. I can't say that I feel anything. But if you're singing live, at least I could judge something. I can judge something. Anyway, you know what I mean? Anyways, I know somebody's going to have a problem with that. I don't care. I don't care. Fight me in the comments. So let me know how you feel about that. We're going to start talking about the Fact Music Awards and check out some highlights. So these are the highlights that I found just scrolling the internet. I did not watch the award show. I know someone's going to be like, you forgot this, you forgot that. It wasn't on my timeline, but feel free to let me know in the comments. Discuss it in the comments. Why am I so angry? To get over it. Okay. So it seems that Kiss of Life did a One Piece inspired performance. You know, I don't get it, but I wanted to point that out. I saw like, you know, specific moves as well that related to it. But they also did a BLACKPINK in 21 medley. I saw Belle singing Lonely by 21. Then we got these pictures of NewJeans and aespa together. Speaking of aespa, they absolutely stunned the crowd with their encore of Supernova. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was a thing, that you would do encores at an award show, but it was absolutely beautiful. Let's take a look. Supernova. So people are saying, you know, they didn't have in-ears, they didn't have a backup track, they just had a microphone in a dream. Pausing for copyright. Anyways, here's what some people had to say. Wow, it's not even a small venue. It's a dome, and they're performing live without in-ear monitors. How are they this good? Wow, they're amazing. So admirable. Congrats on winning the grand prize, aespa. Ning Ning is seriously insane. Wow, they're performing live without in-ear monitors, and they're absolutely killing it, LOL. They did great. Just so much praise for them. So let me know your personal favorite highlights of the Fact Music Awards. Any performances in particular you think I should check out, let me know. aespa's Winter has gone viral for her recent look at a fashion event. However, there was a post accusing her of having a bad attitude. Now, before we get into that, I just want to take a moment to look at this look. Take a look at this look, okay? I'm sure you guys won't mind the detour. But she was just wearing this stunning, I guess, backless dress, right? Oh my god. And the golden hour on her. Just look. Hot mess. Just the sun against her looked so beautiful. The dress. I remember like a picture of her back went viral in regards to this.
안녕하세요, 윈터입니다.
But anyways, there was this post titled aespa's Winter seemed to have a bad attitude at the fashion show, and they're basically saying even her own casual outfits show she doesn't care about clothes at all. So why even come to the fashion show? She just lazily glanced at the walking models, and overall her attitude was bad. And we have this gif here, but people of course were defending her because if you literally look at the other people, because people are saying like other people in the clip are basically, you know, the same level of enthusiasm as her. The person who left this comment is just spewing nonsense, lol. Her expression wasn't any different from the actor sitting next to her, so why are you only picking on Winter? Since the person who commented is good at typing, they immediately attract crazies, haha. She's the ambassador, so of course she was invited. Her expression was no different from the people next to her. You're just jealous because she's so pretty and gets so much attention, lol. She was watching the models just fine, moving her eyes around as they walked by. What's with the attitude criticism? You sound pathetic. You're cutting out just part of the entire fashion show to create some made-up controversy, lol. This comment is just for farming up votes, lol. You know what? I'm all for consistency, right? Because, okay, keep this between you and me, but sometimes I see male idols look so uninterested in anything, like absolutely nothing. They look like they don't want to be there. They look so annoyed. They just, you know, similar to the criticism that Winter is having right here. But no one ever says anything. So I love to see the same energy. Like, if we're not going to point this out for everyone, don't point it out for anyone. I mean, it's the internet, free speech, whatever. You can say whatever you want, but, you know, I like the consistency. What about MEOVV's debut? So I've technically stopped doing end of month reviews. I'm really sorry, but those videos were doing so poorly, and everyone's like, don't stop them, we love them, we love them. Then I would do them, and then where were you guys? Maybe it's not forever. Maybe it's just for the month. I just didn't feel like doing it last month. But because it may or may not be a permanent thing, I want to highlight comebacks and talk more about specific comebacks. So let's start with Teddy's new girl group, Meow. What did you think of MEOVV's Meow? And it is, of course, it is Meow's Meow, not Meow's Meow, because it's Meow with 2 V's versus Meow with a W. So it's kind of different. Anyways, I've definitely seen a lot of conflicting thoughts about it. I actually want to share with you little snippets of my reaction to the music video, which didn't get a copyright claim. I literally uploaded a reaction for my channel members and usually immediately hit with a copyright claim. It didn't get a copyright claim yet, and I'm confused. I don't know why. But then again, when I did it for Somi as well, it didn't get a copyright claim until like a week later. But why not? Let me share with you a few highlights from my reaction so you can get a gist of what I thought about it. Wait, what? No, you speak French? What? Now you speak French talking about we. That is so clever. They definitely have this YG vibe to them, 1000%. Like just the way that they're singing and everything. Ooh, I don't know how I feel. So I'll be honest, it's not something that I hate. Absolutely not. But I don't know how I feel about it. But on that note as well, I do still think it could potentially grow on me. But interestingly, it seems that Teddy didn't even produce this because, you know, as this is Teddy's new girl group, the Black Label's new girl group, people were either super excited because they love Teddy's sound or, you know, a little critical because they don't like Teddy's sound, which I don't get it, but you know, to each their own. I am literally YG trash through and through. It's not surprising that I would like the same sound over and over again. I actually crave it. I crave it like kimchi pickles and nuts, which is my all-time favorite snack. Shout out to Jungkook Kimchi. So there's this post. MEOVV's debut song wasn't composed by Teddy. We have But it literally says Teddy. What are you talking about? The lyrics are by Teddy, but the rest of it, I guess not. Why? Because it's bad? I haven't listened to the song yet. Are other people foreigners that were outsourced? I like the song so much, though. I like the song. I was looking forward to a Teddy song though. But why didn't Teddy compose it? I don't know if it met my expectations, but I'll have to watch the performance first. It's good, but there's no part that sticks out. So I wanted to know, did this meet your expectations? What did you think of Meow's Meow? What did you think of their debut? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Let's move on to, I guess, a comment response section. So I don't know if you remember, in a couple videos ago, I mentioned UNIS's Gehlee and how people were accusing her of being a pick-me. And we basically went and looked at the quote-unquote accusations. You know, in some stories, I do remain like super neutral. Sometimes my opinion is really not required. It's not necessary. But for this case in particular, I'm glad I, shared how I felt, because it seems that Gehlee actually saw the video. How do I know this? Because I woke up and I just saw some comments saying like, Gehlee's mom saw this video. Gehlee actually saw this video and she's super happy about it. You're her favorite YouTuber. And I was like, what? Oh my God. So I didn't know where to look because nobody said anything other than just the information. So I go on Twitter and I literally wrote Gehlee mom. I wrote Gehlee mom, went through a bunch of tweets, and then I found this one. Surprised to see herself getting featured by her fave YouTuber. Instead of crying, she was stunned and shrieked like a little kid. What a unique and strong girl. Perfect response to the haters. Some people are asking her, what YouTuber? And she literally says Angelina and then posts my video. So I was like, where's her mom in all of this? But I'm pretty sure this is Gehlee's mom. And I think it's so sweet that her mom is like retweeting pictures of her daughter. Like, it's so wholesome, so beautiful. Like, she reposted this. You're that girl when you're literally still rookie idol and able to line up with these veterans in the industry and actually make an impact. So shout out to Gehlee and shout out to her mommy. I've just, like I mentioned in the video, I've just been seeing so many clips of Gehlee and she does seem so sweet and kind. I saw this video of her. She was like, it was like a blank board and she's drawing the flag of the Philippines and she was like, the people are so welcoming and so hospitable and just talking so kindly about the people of her country. All the clips of her posing for her fan site, she's giving the people what she wants, what they want. People want a good picture. People want, a multitude of poses. She's literally giving the people what they want. So I wanted to point that out. I'm sorry if you're not actually Gehlee's mom. I actually do feel really bad that Gehlee saw the video, like in the context of like seeing what people are saying about you. But from this description, she is a unique and strong girl. Girlie, you got this. You have millions of people watching you pose. Like, iconic. That's so iconic. So stan UNIS, go stream Curious. Let's move on to Kpop Shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently and or quick news. So BTS's V surprised fans by joining a random Kakao Talk group chat. He posted a picture of himself. Netizens are upset at aespa Karina's stylist for giving her a dress that is too short. But the group did announce they're having a comeback titled Whiplash. NewJeans' Honey went viral for this airport look. They just really love this look. Fans are making jokes after Ning Ning said that she wants to become a fashion designer. So people are bringing up Jessica. I think I've seen this film before. 17's Mingyu is going viral for his look at Lollapalooza. And poor Kim Se-won is being accused once again of copying Winter's hair. Now, this is a whole thing that goes way back, but here's her new hair. And people are saying she even copied Winter's purple shampoo mistake. So it seems Winter tried to use some purple shampoo and she, messed up her hair. And Se-won did the same thing and they're like, wow, she even copied her purple shampoo mistake. Okay, so I've seen a couple people point out that this part in Lisa's New Woman sounds a bit like this part in Jungkook's 3D. So let's listen and let me know if you agree. Obviously, it's not exactly the same, but I've seen a couple people point it out. So what do you think? Okay, so you guys all know that I love parrots, right? Like my intro is literally Yeosang of AT saying gang gang cockatoo. I get that question a lot. It's from AT's Treasure Film episode 2. So, I I know this isn't K-pop related, but I mean, you guys are on the internet. You must know about Nikocado Avocado, right? His video 2 steps ahead. Now, you can talk all you want about his weight loss, about the weird potential shade to Stephanie Sue's husband with this mask, but we need to take a minute to talk about that damn parrot. Because not enough, I mean, everybody's talking about the parrot, how the parrot is so cute, but we're not talking about the parrot under the right circumstances. Because let's get to the parrot. This is a 25-minute video. Damn, here's the parrot. I see the green little fluff ball here. Oh. The little zoom in. This is an Amazon parrot. They're so funny. But unfortunately, he is touching this parrot inappropriately.
His back.
Okay, maybe it's not in that video. Where is it? Where he's like petting the parrot on the back. You're not supposed to be doing that. He's literally like did he cut it out of the video? Because I can't find it. He's literally petting his parrot's back, and the parrot is like so into it, like too into it. If you know anything about parrots, you're not supposed to pet them there. You're not supposed to pet them under their wings or on their back. Those are very sensual places for a parrot, and like you could definitely send them the wrong I know you're wondering, like, how can you lead a parrot on? That's the thing. Like, you cannot, you're not compatible with the parrot. Let's just say that. So then the parrot gets really, really frustrated, and then that could lead to behavioral issues. But people are like, didn't Mr. Noodle die? What is going on? Oh, it's high. Okay.
Welcome to Nikocado 2. This is my second channel, and I hope
that is so uncomfortable to watch because you can pet their neck and stuff, but like you're not supposed to do that.
you consider subscribing because
I bet nobody's saying anything in the comments. Justice for Mr. Noodle. Please don't pet parrots like that.
Or if they want to hear from me.
That's it. You know, I've actually personally met many cockatoos specifically who have plucking issues. They pluck out their own feathers. That's actually a really huge parrot issue. And one in particular, I remember meeting them. Anytime you'd go near the parrot, it would lift its wings up for you to pet underneath. And the owner was like, please don't do that. We learned our lesson. Like, we used to pet him all the time. And then he would get so frustrated and he's literally bald from the neck down. I've met so many bald birds. It doesn't mean if a bird is bald that you're petting them weird. Parrots are complex, complicated, but just a PSA. So that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!